So today, I'll be figuring out how much it costs to charge a smartphone battery, whether that be a Samsung Galaxy S22, which is the latest one, or the iPhone 14, which is the latest phone from Apple. So this is where I got the information for the Samsung Galaxy S22 phone about the batteries that it uses. Like I said, batteries like in plural because smartphones these days don't just use one battery. They, depending on the specs that you get, you could get the higher capacity battery. If you pay more, you get a battery with a higher capacity. The same thing with the iPhone 14. They have different batteries for it. Lower end, 3,279 milliamp at, I guess, let's find out what the voltage is. $3,279 milliamp at 3.87 volts. So the way I found out the voltage was basically by using the power equation. So power in watts is equal to voltage times current. So current is in amps. So we would convert 3,279 milliamps to amps. So since there's 1,000 milliamps in 1 amp, we would divide 3,279 milliamps divided by 1,000 milliamps. And then we would get 3.279 amps. And we just do this little algebra equation. Power, it says, is 12.68 watts, is equal to voltage, which I'm trying to find out. I know what the current is. The current is 3.279 amps, and we solve for voltage. Just do this little algebra equation. 12.68 watt per hour, watt hour divided by 3.279 amps. So we get 3.87 volts. So voltage is defined by watt over amp. So we get 3.28 volts. So that's how I figured that out. Even though they didn't have the voltage information, we could still derive what we want by using, if we have two knowns, we could find out what the unknown is. So for the batteries, for the Samsung Galaxy S22, it ranges from 3,700 milliamp to 5,000 milliamp. For the iPhone 14, ranges from 3,279 milliamp to 4,352 milliamp. This is at 3.86 volts. For the Samsung phone, this is at 4.45 volt. So as for the price of electricity, this depends on where you live. So if you live in another country, you can find out how much it costs per kilowatt hour in the country and the province that you live in. But in this video, I'll be dealing with the United States. So I live in California. I pay about, I think this information is a little bit dated. Right now it's October 2022. The last time I checked, it was 24 cents per kilowatt hour for electricity. And the most expensive state for electricity is Hawaii at 44.81 cents per 1,000 watt hours or kilowatt hours. The average is about 15 cents, let's say. And that's what I'll be using in this equation. So we'll just round it off and put it at 16 cents per kilowatt hour for the electricity. So one thing we have to figure out is how much the watt hours is for the battery. So we'll be dealing with the higher end batteries. So 5,000 milliamp hour at 4.45 volts for the Samsung Galaxy S22, and the 4,352 milliamp battery at 3.86 volts. So we find out what the power is. Like I said earlier, power is equal to voltage times current. So we know what the voltage is here for the Samsung phone. It's 44.45 volts. And we know what the battery capacity is. It's 5 amp, so 5,000 milliamp divided by 1,000 milliamp. Basically like this. That's what I got for that. Because 1 amp is equal to 1,000 milliamps. So I got 5 amp hours. I multiplied that by 4.45 volts. Found out the power. It's 22.25 volts. Watt hours. For the iPhone 14, it's 4.352 amp hours times 3.86 volts. I got 16.8 watt hours. This is a battery capacity for the iPhone 14, and this is the battery capacity for Samsung Galaxy S22. So next thing I want to find out is I want to find out how much it costs. So to do that, we have to know a few things. So since we can't use kilowatts, we got to convert kilowatts to watts. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1,000 watt. So the unit that we pay is 16 cents per kilowatt hour times 1 kilowatt divided by 1,000 watt times the capacity of this battery is 22.25 watt hour. So the units that we get is watts cancels out here. Hours cancels out here. Kilowatt cancels out. All we get is the unit in dollars. So we get 0.00356 and we want to convert that to cents, right? So $1 is equal to $1 is equal to 1,000 cents. So I just put it into this equation that I derived, 1,000 cents divided by $1 times $0.00356. So we get 0.356 cents. That's how much it would cost you to charge your Samsung Galaxy S22 with a 5 amp hour battery at 4.45 volts. That's how much it will cost you. So this is for the Samsung. So Samsung Galaxy S22 with a 5 amp hour battery at 4.45 volts is going to cost you 0.356 cents to charge it one time, the whole battery. So this is less than a cent. So next thing is I want to find out how much it costs for the Apple iPhone 14. 16 cents per kilowatt hour. To do the same thing, 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watts times 16.80 watt hours. So we get we get 0.22 0.0027 dollars. This is how much it would cost, and we convert that to cents. That's 0.27 cents. The next thing we want to figure out is how much it costs. How much it would cost you to charge this phone for a year. So for now, we'll be starting with the iPhone 14. There's 365 days in a year, and it costs you 0.27 cents. And let's say you have to charge your phone every 3 days. So then we get 365 days per year times 0.27 cents divided by 3 days. So let's see if the dimensions work out here. Days cancels out. So we're left with cents per year. That's the unit that we want. 365 times 27 cents divided by 3. So we get 32.86 cents per year. This is how much it will cost you to charge your iPhone 14 for 1 year in electricity costs. Next one is for the Samsung Galaxy S22. 365 days per year at this one costs 0.36 cents for 3 days. Days cancels out. We're left with cents per year. Okay. It costs you 43.31 cents per year to charge your Samsung Galaxy S22 with a 5,000 milliamp battery at 4.45 volts. So let's say the price of electricity went up to 50 cents. So roughly 16 cents to 50 cents. So it would have gone up about 3.2125 times. Okay, from 16 cents to 50 cents. Okay, for the Apple iPhone 14, costs you 102 cents. Samsung Galaxy phone, if it went up to 50 cents, but even if the price of electricity was tripled, and that would be a lot, it would cost you less than $2 to charge your smartphone, which is really nothing. Doesn't cost anything to charge your smartphone or mobile devices. So this is your answer. At the current rate, it would cost you about $32.85 to charge your iPhone 14 for a year. Your Samsung Galaxy S22 costs you about 43.31 cents per year, or or 0.33 cents per year for the iPhone 14, $0.43 per year. So less than $1 at current rates. So that's not bad. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and thanks